think it's dope that, you know, you have people like her and like models that are out there, like companies that are showing like, yeah, you know, some people have skin conditions and shit. Like, what's the big deal? I wish that was what it was like back then.
Yeah.
Because that back then was people didn't know. People would come up to you and just be like, you got burned? You know what I'm saying? Or be like, ew, what happened to you? Does it itch? Does it hurt? Does it like just forget that you're like a fucking circus freak?
Yo, back then,
you know what I'm saying? This is real shit. Like the Michael Jackson shit.
Yeah.
That's why I always kind of was like, that's possible.
Straight out of Gusto. Crazy motherfucker name. Was it Gusto? Yeah. Crazy motherfucker named Dad Mike. I'm taking you for a long hike off a cliff. I'm throwing you over. Leave you dead.
See before?
Yeah.
That movie's so stupid.
Straight out of Lil Cash. Crazy motherfucking name.
I'm black. And I'm black. And I'm blackity black. And I'm black.
Yeah, that's such a good movie. I saw that movie when I was a child, bro.
Yeah, that spoof doesn't really get the record. I don't know if you could really call it a spoof.
I think
it's spoofing like NWA.
Like hood movies. Yeah.
You know, it's spoofing NWA pretty heavy.
Yeah, I look at it.
Obviously, but I see it as like a spoof, but it's like, you know how spoofs are sometimes real direct?
Yeah.
Like they're making fun of, like, you already know the new Scream, they're gonna probably make fun of Sinners.
And the new Scary Movie, right?
Yeah, they're gonna. I hope that shit is funny, bro.
Yeah.
That's all I want.
They got a lot of content. They're gonna make fun of the horrors now.
That's what I'm
afraid
of.
So it's gonna get real.
I don't want that shit to be too jam packed. Like, Scary Movie 2 kind of became its own entity, you know? Like, the movie had a whole premise. They went to a haunted mansion and shit, and they got into mad funny pockets of stuff while there. But they didn't get stuck in like, every scene is gonna be a rip from a different popular series. Like, it's just segueing into each other. That's where the series got kind of fucking whack.
Yeah.
You feel me?
No, that's true. I wonder what they are going to reference, though, because, like, are they going to reference things like, obviously, you got to do, like Jordan Peele stuff.
Yeah, you got to do Us.
Hereditary.
Get Out.
You got to do, what's another movie that took, maybe, depending when it comes out, even Weapons. Oh, yeah. You know, the stuff to get comedy in their realm from certain movies. I see certain scenes you could pick and kind of like poke fun at and make it in your own way, you know?
Yeah. I just want it to be funny, man. You know,
I think they're going to kill it.
I hope.
I don't think they're going to hold back because I don't know if it's held back by studios now.
Right.
I don't know who. I think they got it back, right?
Yeah, they got the rights back.
Yeah, which is awesome. They get to do with their vision.
Yeah, I'm happy to see that they got it back. That's what makes me feel like I hope they're smart about how they write the story. Because, I mean, it's not like Marlon Wayans just kind of disappeared.
No, he's killing it in the stand-up.
He's been doing a bunch of spoof movies over the years. Mm-hmm. They're just not scary movie ones.
And he's been doing
like those haunted house movies and shit. Like, those are taken from different, you know, horror franchises or whatever. So, those are pretty funny, I think. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't remember the last time I seen one of them. I think I've only seen them one apiece, like once. But I think that shit could be really funny if we're talking all the stuff he has to pull from.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because Scary Movie 1 and 2 are fucking
It's got memorable scenes. Like the shit with one of the littlest things I remember is when the main girl comes to the mansion. Yeah. And she knocks and it's nuts and it goes, ah!
Yeah. It's like a man and the balls are hanging.
Yeah. Yeah, because somebody wrote that in. Yeah. And then they brought it to life with
visually. They did a lot of that in Don't Be a Menace back in the day. Like, that's what I like about them. Like, they know how to stay consistent with those types of jokes. Yeah. Like, they throw in some funny shit that's not related to anything. Just in general, that shit's hilarious.
It's perfect. It's comedy gold because it's like lines. They got memorable lines. I always remember one line in there too from like when the dude is saying hello to everybody. I'm pretty sure I don't remember what part it was. It was like, what's up, Jim? Big Jim? Little Jim? Slim Jim? Yeah. I don't know why that always stuck.
You always found that shit.
I always found that shit because it's such a small... It's just a writing thing. Yeah. And it's just boom, a quick beat to keep it going. Like, here's another opportunity. And then the shit with the little hand and the dude that's in the wheelchair going back and forth. Yeah. Bro, classic, bro.
I'll just give you a hand.
I'm just going to be the bigger man and walk away. Yo, bro.
He won. He won that one. That was the end of that scene.
Yo, bro. That's such a classic, you know. They're great, man.
Yeah, man.
Fucking great. Memorable shit. Yo, anyway, to jump into like kind of what we were like at least talking about recently, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Fucking you battle with like with vitiligo in your life, right? I wouldn't say it's even a battle, you know? Right? Or would you? Like, how do you look at that?
I would.
We're talking about like the shit that bothers you about it recently, so
oh,
I think
yeah.
You know,
a battle. I wouldn't say. I guess you could say a personal battle.
Yeah.
I don't want to say battle in a dramatic sense.
Yeah, because it's not
not life threatening. Right. It's not life threatening, or we'll get into that. There's factors that weigh in on could lean toward how your health ends up in the future.
Yeah.
Because sensitive skin and everything, exposed to the sun, all types of factors. But yeah. I mean, I've dealt with this since I was like 4 or 5 years old.
Yeah, and that, like growing up, like I mean, that's something like it plays into an interesting part of society because you are somebody that's supposed to be way darker.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, how everybody looks like skin color, right? That leads to like certain fucking things where.
Yeah, like I mean, me doing what I do with like the page, I've seen a lot of ignorant comments. For me, to be to be honest, when it comes to content, I don't care who's making the content or where the person's from. I don't care about any of that. If the content is good, I'm there. Unless they're a dickhead or they just get down with shit that I don't agree with. You're not gonna mess with that anyway. Right?
Yeah.
So that's easy to avoid. But yeah, I'm talking about when it comes to like content creators I respect or watch or whatever. I don't care who or what they got going on, where they're from. Like that shit to me was never a factor. But I've unfortunately have seen the negative side of shit like that.
It's kind of like ignorant shit, right? Like
very ignorant. Like you have people who be like, "Oh, look at this white Latino up here talking about da da da," and it's like, bro. That I take that as an insult for one reason, like what people would see as like a benefit. You know what I'm saying? Like there's people who have said this shit. It's not just me like using these words. Like people would be like, "Oh, this guy has the benefit of talking up here as a white Latino who's never dealt with XYZ." Like, bro, I grew up in the projects. That shit is a dead. Like that shit. All that shit is dead. Like you could be a white boy in the projects. If you're from the projects. The cops they tend to treat you just as shitty as anybody else.
Yeah, they don't give a fuck. A Spanish guy in the PJs,
Wait,
New York City.
Everybody gets treated the same, bro. Like we're not, you know what I'm saying? Like that kind of shit that's I don't know if that's the best point of view. You know what I'm saying? Like people, I've seen it myself. I've experienced it. I've been pulled out of cabs just for being dressed a certain way. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what gets motherfuckers' attention out here more than anything. They see you wearing certain clothes. Or with a fitted or whatever, they see you coming.
Or where we are around.
Right, exactly. Or wherever you're in the hood, bro. Like you grew up, we ain't never grown up anywhere other than these types of areas. You know what I'm saying? I don't know nothing else. Even to this day, I'm in the hood. You know what I mean? And it's not like a bragging thing or like I'm supposed to get points for some shit like that.
It's just what we are.
It's just what it
our
is.
Fucking experience.
Right. That's all I know. I don't know what it is to live in the suburbs. I don't know what it is to live in no fucking little town. Or go to Florida or move out the state like motherfuckers do. I don't know none of that. And that's cool if you do that. A lot of people want a calmer way of life or whatever. And people start families and shit like that. Smart thing. You know what I'm saying? If you want to have a different type of environment. But I never did that personally. I'm 40 plus. Always been in the city. Always been in Harlem, Upper West. Worked in these areas, whatever. Like it's always been this. So when it comes to that kind of shit, it's like I never saw it like that. Even when I was a little kid, I never saw. I didn't really know the skin color fact thing was a thing. Really.
Yeah, that shit, dude. I feel like I wasn't thinking about anything like that until I was at least. I was old, bro.
Yeah, like
I mean, I realized that there was people got economically treated.
Yeah.
But I didn't look at like. I just didn't understand that like being like Spanish and being black to me was like we're the same. We're around each other.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I didn't understand.
Yeah.
And then when it came to this, it kind of came in later with my brother and shit. With like the fucking Israelite shit. The white devil.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, this is a white devil. And that shit came when I was like a teenager though. And even that like. Yeah, I never thought about that. It's like economically,
Yeah.
So I always thought we were just the motherfuckers that these fucking cops and shit fucked with.
Yeah.
Because it's true.
Yeah, like I mean, for me, having vitiligo from a young age, you see a lot of weird shit because people don't know what it was. This is the 90s. I know that now, just to step into just to bring this in the right way, like now vitiligo is seen as, which is cool, it's seen as a representation of like uniqueness, like beauty.
Yeah.
Like, like
there's been models and whatnot.
There's a lot of, like Winnie Harlow, I believe her name is. If I messed that up, forgive me. But I think that she's like one of the people who like catapulted that shit.
Yeah.
Because I started seeing this girl everywhere and I was like, oh shit, that's crazy. Most people wouldn't know. They just think I'm a really pale Latino. You know what I'm saying? But they don't realize that for a majority of my young years up until I was like in my late teens, even up until my early 20s, I had patches of white. You know what I'm saying? All over my body. The patches on my face started going away when I was like 17. You know what I'm saying? 18 years old when I'm already hitting the tail end of high school. That shit causes problems. Like, because I'm like...
Back then, especially, bro, people didn't know what the fuck was going on. Everything has become, I'm happy about it. Everything has become more accepting.
Yeah, absolutely. And it should be like that.
It should be like that.
It's always
but it was not.
But it was not accepted.
People just didn't know what the fuck was going on.
I think it's dope that, you have people like her and like models that are out there, like companies that are showing like, some people have skin conditions and shit. Like, what's the big deal? Like, there's nothing... Take the ignorance out of it. That's what it's doing. It's helping people understand and see it and be like, oh, I know what that is. I wish that was what it was like back then.
Yeah.
Because that back then was people didn't know. People would come up to you and just be like, you got burned? You know what I'm saying? Or be like, ew, what happened to you? Does it itch? Does it hurt? Does it like just forget that you're like a fucking circus freak?
Yo, back then.
You know what I'm saying? This is real shit. And
people did not know. There was no Google.
Yeah, and people who want to, like, I mind people to understand, like, anything I'm saying, this shit is from my experience. This is me. I lived with this shit for, like, a long time. The thumbnail to this podcast is the image of me, like, in, what is that, 5th grade or something? 6th grade, maybe. And you can see that you probably wouldn't even know that was the same person, unless you really looking at my features or something. Like, I really did, like, the Michael Jackson shit.
Yeah.
That's why I always kind of was like, that's possible. You know what I'm saying?
But even that, it was still ignorant because wasn't that what it is?
Right. It was, it was kind of like, this is
people would say, oh, you bleached your skin?
You bleached your skin. And
like, what the fuck?
No, I had, like, I always thought when he said that he had vitiligo and that they did something to, like, make him white, I always assumed that it was like, yo, nobody knows if there's truth to this, I'm saying.
Yeah, nobody knows what it is.
Nobody knows what vitiligo is. How are people going to react to this shit? Just make them all white. He can't be up there looking crazy like this. Because the truth is, people used to just stare at you. To this day, I know that there's people out here, just because this shit is on the internet and accepted by like Vogue and shit, don't mean that motherfuckers ain't ignorant. I'm not saying
there's
that.
So many ignorant.
I'm just saying there's a lot more exposure to it right now. But, bro, back then, you didn't have nobody who knew shit about what it was. I got taken to several doctors. This is before there was like, creams or whatever it is like that you could do these days, or operations. I've heard it all, bro. But when I was a kid, it was like, oh, there's a laser treatment that can help. Like, it was pretty much like, when anybody who has vitiligo knows that the sun is like your fucking worst enemy. If you get caught out there in a day where you have no sunblock or you were just slacking or whatever, you could really face some really horrible shit. You know what I mean? And that was a thing for me. That happens sometimes because when you're a kid, you're at the beach.
Yeah, you're out.
You're out. You know what I'm saying? You put on copper tone or whatever. My mom was very like always putting shit on my face. But I'm wilding out with my cousins. I'm going under the water. I'm thinking I'm Scuba Steve and shit. Like, I'm wilding out at the beach. That shit it comes off. You know? Like, you wipe it off. Sometimes it gets in your eye. So your first instinct is to just, take the whole shit away. So now you don't really got sunblock on anymore. And the shit was weaker back then. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like SPF Ultra 75.
Yeah, back then they gave you fucking baby lotion. It was like, here you go, bro.
SPF 3.
There was
you know what I'm saying? All that shit
nothing.
existed, obviously. But still, there were chemicals in there that weren't as, like, potent as shit is now.
Science has gotten better.
Yeah, shit has changed. So, there were several times where I was, like, fucked up after the beach. And it was one time in particular where, like,
you blew up, right? Like, you got swollen, and I remember that
because I had patches all over my face. So if you looked at the thumbnail, you see most of my face was tan skin. Like, I was like a little tan boy or whatever. But when where the white patches showed up, what happened was that I had wiped off the sunblock without realizing, kept reapplying, but kept wiping off just as much because you're all day at Coney Island or wherever the fuck. So basically, what ended up happening is that sun had beat my face up, and I was pink. I was like turning like neon pink. Didn't realize how crazy this shit was about to get. I go to sleep. I wake up the next day, and everywhere where there's a patch of my fucking white skin, it was just swollen and blown up. My eyes were like, I could barely open my eyes. I looked fucking crazy, bro. Like on some Toxic Avenger shit. This is how I looked. And I'm like, fuck, like this is crazy. And like my mom was terrified. Like, oh my goodness, like she felt crazy. I had to go to the doctor. They gave me I think they gave me a shot or something. I can't remember. And then like they just had me putting mad cold aloe vera all over my face.
Yeah, I remember that. The green, like the gel, right?
Right, that green gel with cotton, like putting that shit all over my face for like a week straight until, all the burn went away, and then I was peeling all over my face, bro. That shit fucked with me so crazy that I didn't go to the beach for like 22 years after that.
Yeah, I remember.
I went to the beach a few years ago for the first time in like over 20 years because of that shit. So when people think I'm just like this, say some ignorant shit like, bro, you don't even know. Like my whole family, nobody would say, oh, those are Puerto Ricans. They would be like, yo, they're black. Because my whole family, my father's side, they're just dark. Everybody's dark. I had an uncle that they used to, first of all, my father's nickname was Blackie. That's not going to be politically correct or whatever. Yeah,
but I'm just
telling you what it was. That's how the whole family referred to him. And like he gave himself that nickname. Oh, Blackie. They used to call him Blackie. I knew my father before I knew my father's real name. I knew him as Blackie. I never called my pops a day in his life. Because my father wasn't really in the picture like that. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, his name was Blackie.
Family members, when you growing up, like Boricuas, you don't know. That's like Pooch.
Yeah, Pooch. I don't know where he got that name. You know what I'm saying?
Chicky. That's like just uncles. Yeah. Wait, what is your real name? Uncle Chicky, bro.
Yeah, like I had an uncle that they used to call B-Thing.
Yeah.
Just because his name was Victor.
Yeah.
I'm like, how you got that from that? B-Thing. I got an aunt. They call her Kanki.
Yeah.
That's not even that's nothing. that word.
But that's her name.
But that's her name. They mean like you say the word Kanki to me, that shit'll be like, oh.
Yeah.
You know Kanki? But you know what I'm saying? Like just to get back to the point. Like this kind of shit to me I never understood until I started going to school. Because when I started going to school is when the bullying starts, you know what I'm saying? Because people don't know what the fuck.
You dealt with that a lot in school? I mean, I've seen some of it, but we also beat people up and shit. So.
Yeah, right. Exactly. That's what made me want to start. That was only the way. Like, one of the things my father did tell me from a young age is anybody ever messing with you or hits you, hit them back. Right?
Yeah.
So, unfortunately, you don't always have just a 1D situation. It's just madness, a brawl, whatever. But yeah, for the most part, that's how I always try to conduct myself since I was young. Not the best advice.
Right? I mean, it's real world.
But it is real. It is real. Yeah. And it is what it is. Like, I grew up to be fucking fine. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not hating on it. But yeah, it was always, anybody says anything stupid or, not just like jump out the window and snuff somebody, but somebody's messing with you. Take care of that.
Yeah.
Right? So
there was a line you could cross.
Right. And I'm not talking like I was a street soldier. I was a wild dude. Like, no, none of that shit. It's just, we fought a lot.
Yeah, you would scrap.
Yeah, we scrap whatever.
And you take some, you win some, and you lose some.
You lose some. You take L's, take plenty of L's.
You gotta.
It is what it is, bro.
Yeah, you trying to give them, you might.
I look like Vito Belfort.
You fucking John Jones over here.
Fuck out of here.
Think I'm
Rampage Jackson. I'm gonna win every fight on the block. What are you talking about?
You think I'm gonna be 30?
Yeah, motherfuckers will make fun of you for that. But the funny thing is that we all alive right now for the most part.
Yeah.
Like nowadays, kids just be having beef for like a week and just dead.
Yeah, and they don't,
no scrapping.
No scrapping.
The death of
scrapping. It's kind of a side tangent, but scrapping gets you. Sometimes
it builds character.
It builds character, and you can also become respectful to one another.
Oh yeah,
like you ever made a friend from fighting?
He cool, yeah, man.
And like, I'm like, all right, fuck it, we handle it. All right, it's cool.
Yeah. That's happened. That's happened with times where it's like, oh, you bump into somebody that used to fucking fight back in the day. got dumb cool now.
Yeah.
That shit is like, yo, everybody's chill. Like we know we were we know we were on some bullshit. But yeah, definitely.
But yeah, so you experienced that like in school, right?
Absolutely, yeah, because you had. This is the reason why it's something that's still personal to me, right? Because it's like, first of all, you're passing judgment and you don't know shit about me. Like, that's some, like, to assume that I'm like a European ass Puerto Rican dude who like a lion.
Yeah, like you're from Argentina.
Yeah, like
from like a Spaniard
like,
right here.
Like, yeah, like, so they try to label me as some shit. Like, bro, fuck are you talking about, my man? Like, there's people out here who see this channel. Or who see the channel and see what I'm doing and know me from like Manhattanville.
Yeah.
Who know me from Douglas. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, we all grew up the same. It's no different. There's people who have hit me up since the channel blew up and been like, yo, it was good. And I've never changed up with nobody. If somebody reach out, I'm always there to be chill. Whatever. Like, motherfuckers ain't famous out here, bro.
Nah.
Like, got a little movement. That's it. It's grateful and thankful. It's still the grind. It's got to keep moving. But all that to say that the ignorance is always somewhere. So I would often, like to this day, I see those comments. Look at this white guy. Like, all right, bro. I don't know one white guy named Jose. That's one. Number two, and I know man Jose is
from Norway.
Like, yo,
but it's spelled like one of those fucking.
Yeah, like I don't know who you.
It's Joshy.
They call Josue. Josue. They call me Josue. Like most times I get in a fucking Uber. People don't even know how to say my name right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I guess it's not common in other places like that. But Latin America and like out here, bro, I've known several Jose Ortizes. Like my full name.
Yeah.
How you got my whole government? And I met y'all. Like that
goes to show you. They've never been a pure white guy.
Right? Never. And that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying they don't exist. I just never seen this shit.
Nah, I don't. We gotta find out if that exists.
I don't know.
But it's definitely gonna be pronounced differently.
But that's how would you know, right? How would you know? Like you would just look at them and be like, "Oh, he's a white Latino, like Jose." Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like people would make that assumption. You have to like know these people to ask them personally. Like, "Oh, you're from Germany and your name's Jose." Okay. Like, I don't know how the fuck that would happen, though.
There's only gotta be, like, 2 of them. If that shit exists, right?
I'm sure it exists somewhere on some way, but... Yeah, man, like, definitely experienced the bullying shit, because, you know, you had the Hispanic kids, you know, Latinos in school who looking at you like, yo, you look like you kind of Latino, but then you got that shit on your face. So I don't know what what are you?
So would you say you had to deal with, like... ignorance from every spectrum of like of everybody?
Yeah Like you had kids that were open-minded on every side, absolutely, and who never cared, but then you always had some type of shit being said or asked, and it came from everywhere. Like, so I'm over here, a kid in junior high and like elementary school, even into high school, who I have this thing that nobody else got, because it wasn't like there were mad people walking around. I was probably the only dude in Irving with this shit. Like anybody would tell you, there's photos of this shit. Like anybody would tell you, like, yeah, he used to have a fucking the shit on his face. Like people probably remember me from that because it was very noticeable. You know what I mean? Especially when you went to the beach or you got sun, because the dark parts of you get dark.
Yeah,
you feel what I'm saying? So that's my real skin color. The shit ain't news to me. Like I got pictures from when I was born and when I was a kid before it started hitting. Yeah, like that shit to me, like I'm telling you, it's hard to understand what's happening with your own self and you seen it happen.
Yeah.
Slowly, and you're not really sure what's triggering it or how it's...
Especially like you said, back then, you know? It was still...
Yeah, this is like, I'm talking 1990. Yeah. I'm 6 years old, so I'm probably already like starting to get used to having this shit, and they don't know as much as they knew now. So this is a very different time, and yeah, like to me it's normal. I'm like, yeah, I'm fucking dark, like that's my skin. What the fuck you mean? Like look at my pops, look at my aunts, look at my cousins. We're all the same. Like color to me was never. And when I got into school was when you started. Where are you? Where are you? Are you white? Are you black? Are you like you get all that type of shit? Or did you get burned? Does it itch? Does it this? Does it that? You have motherfuckers that'll try to just disrespect you. Yo, you look like a cow. Or haha, you got burned. You look like you got burned in a house fire or some shit like that. Like real ignorant shit. that's when I would just hook off on someone.
Yeah,
That's how.
that's when the fight started.
Yeah, that's when I learned to just start slapping people. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever. Like I'm not gonna just let you say that. That's got to be the reaction. Like what the fuck? Like I'm not gonna go say some shit that it wasn't in me to say some ignorant shit. I wasn't a fucking ignorant kid. If I'd have seen another kid with vitiligo, I wouldn't have. I probably would have been curious too, but I would have went about it a different way. And there were kids who did that. Like I said, you have good and bad, no matter where it's from, what it is. Like everybody is a fucking, a critic at the end of the day.
Yeah, everybody's human, right? You got their own.
Yeah, yeah. You know what I'm saying? I expect people to be curious
and dumb shit.
But you had the ignorant bullshit for sure.
Do you think on any psychological level, something like that growing up, what we did and stuff like environmental, like nature stuff, plays into like how you view the world somehow? Does it like formulate any way like that? Do you see that at all?
What do you mean exactly? Like
personal outlook, like
Oh, like the way I go into the world, like as an adult.
Yeah, like what did that frame? Because when you deal with something that isn't dealt with all the time, you have a very unique perspective.
Yeah,
But this shit formulates, different things in you.
Yeah, for me, I knew from an early age, having that skin condition, not fitting in with several groups, because again, white kids are like, what the fuck is going on? Like, it's something that hits Asians a lot and Latinos and blacks. So, like, I'm going to school in the Upper West Side where there's like a lot of families and, it's a great place. I love the Upper West like that, especially where my school was, where you went to school too.
Yeah.
Anybody from the Upper West probably went to Emily Dickinson, PS 175 or whatever. And, you had a great mix of people. You know what I'm saying? Like you had a lot of people who went to school who were from different backgrounds: Thailand, Nigeria, China, Puerto Rico, DR, Cuba. It was a great melting pot. You know what I'm saying? But again, it doesn't mean that it doesn't come with a certain set of, a lot of shit came with it. So for me, it taught me early on that ignorance is just stupid.
Yeah,
like because I knew how ignorant motherfuckers were. Like I had to learn what ignorance was at a very early age, because I would hear and see the reactions from people and hear what people said and shit like that. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like people are fucking stupid. Or I'd get into arguments over it, or have to slap some, shit like that. So,
my bad. It looks like I'm ignoring you, but I'm trying to find out how many people in America have vitiligo. Because I think that's an interesting thing to see how rare it is.
Yeah. I'm also the last person to ask about, and I grew up not knowing shit about what I had. Like I said, it was a different time. And then after a point, when I learned to live with it, it was like, all right, fuck this. I just don't need to know much more. I was kind of like, what would you say? Like just burnt out on the shit. Like I don't really give a fuck no more.
So it's between 1.7 and 2.8 million people out of 400 million. So that's like 0.002%, I think. So it's not common, and it was probably our population got way bigger since we were kids.
Yeah.
I imagine by at least maybe 50 million.
Yeah.
So back then it probably was less.
Yeah.
I might be doing the math, but it's less than, the percentage is super low. I might be fucking up.
Yeah, man, I didn't, like I said, I didn't go
but
to
that
school.
shows how rare it is.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I didn't go to school with anyone else who had vitiligo. That's how rare that shit was. When I would see somebody with vitiligo, I'd be like, oh shit. Like it bugged me out. Or I would see them and they would see me, and it was just, I would see that theirs looked different. Because again, you have some people who are even light skinned who have vitiligo. And you just see like light skin and then even whiter patches on top. And I'd be like, is that what I have? Like, is that called the same thing? Like, again, I didn't go into the doctor every time you have a fucking question. It wasn't like now you could just look everything up. Or you could get answers from like WebMD.
Now you could get a like parameter of answers of things that it can be. And then you can look up each one.
Right.
Back then, there was none of that shit. You would have to be in medical journals and shit.
Yeah.
Like really reading up and like,
Exactly. So, yeah, man, I got it from all angles. And it was just, it sometimes made it hard to like fit in with a certain, because again, black kids don't know what's going on. White kids don't know. The Latinos don't really know what's going on. But then you also had some that just didn't care. You know, so I always had friends. I was always cool with people and shit like that. Never had a problem with that. But you also had like the ignorant shit, and
Yeah.
that's hard in any. I could guarantee you that some of these men and women who are in the, you know, in the podcast space and in the influencer space see that kind of ignorance all the time. I'm sure. Like, oh look, she's famous for what? Having spots. Like, oh my god, I could get makeup and do it myself. Like, I'm sure some shit like that is a thing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, well, I'm actually talking. I saw that in a comment once from.
So you seen it, yeah.
You know, it wasn't directed at me because obviously most people don't know I have it. They don't realize that it's taken over most of my body by now. But
and you don't be out here in fucking little two tops.
I'll be
dog.
here in two tops.
You don't be
showing my chest off.
You don't be showing your fucking.
You know what I mean? Like that. It's a bad look. I'm not in that kind of shape.
In a 2-piece,
right? But yeah, you know what I mean. Like that kind of shit was like I have friends that I would joke with about that kind of shit. You know what I mean? Like Harry used to fuck with me and be like, "Fuck out of here, Kyle."
Yeah.
Like, fuck you, but we all had jokes on each other.
Yeah, we would go.
You know
that was kind of what it was.
Yeah,
you know?
I'm like people will tell you I was never a sore sport about that shit. We're kicking it, we're joking about it. I don't care. But when it comes to you think you're just gonna be funny and ignorant. Like, come on.
Yeah,
you know,
we don't know each other. There's no fuck out of here.
And now I get the same thing, but it's in a different way, and it's like even more ignorant. It's like, yo, shut the fuck up.
And now that there's like knowledge and shit, like, you're going out your way to be an asshole.
Yeah, like,
that's the person that deserves to get fucking.
Yeah, and
snuffed.
I mean, again, I realize that most people don't realize that I have vitiligo, but it's why the fuck you saying some ignorant shit like this anyway? Like, why the fuck does it matter to you when I'm coming out here and making respectful content to memorialize people, which was always my goal? Shit, the first few stories I did, people will come out and try to say shit like, "Oh yeah, you know, he focuses on certain demographics when, you know, it's mostly Latinos who commit the crimes. It's mostly blacks who commit the crimes." Like, bro, you think that's how I choose my stories? Like, first of all, a lot of stories are handpicked by people who want me to cover story of their loved ones. So how the fuck would I even determine that? Do you think I'm turning people away because, wait, are you black? Are you Puerto Rican? I can't fuck with you. Like, that makes no sense.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with it. We live in the city, and this city, it's going to be this shit happens in certain areas more than anywhere else because that's how the fucking areas have been the last 50, 60 years. It's like generational trauma and bullshit that's followed and never leaves. That's why a lot of these high crime areas stay the way they are. The person's skin color, where they're from, all that shit has nothing to do with why the fuck I choose my stories. It's about something that's significant happened and needs to be talked about. You know what I'm saying? And that's how shit. The first few stories I did was Puerto Ricans.
Yeah,
I didn't like.
But some people are out there thinking you're not even Puerto Rican, right?
Right. The motherfuckers think they just don't think. Like, they think, bro, they don't think not thinking about this shit. I'm like, bro, like, you think I'm trying to make Puerto Ricans look bad? You think I'm trying to make anybody look bad out here? No. This is just the motherfuckers who are sick in the head. The shit don't represent everybody.
No.
That's the whole problem. If we all understand about these situations and know about what's happened, then we could see the signs when it's happening again and be like, yo, chill. We got to step in. We got to do same shit you see happen 30, 40 years ago happening right now, every day, by like a playbook, right? And motherfuckers is focused on who's telling the story. Like, yo, you're crazy, bro. Like,
you're paying attention to the wrong thing.
Yeah, like, bro, what the fuck? Listen to what I'm talking about and listen to what's happening. That's the importance. What the fuck I look like? It shouldn't have no bearing on that when I'm talking about somewhere as all I understand. Like, I don't have to be a fucking hustler or be a fucking done 10, 15 years in prison to come out here and spit knowledge. That's goofy shit. Like, listen to motherfuckers who are smart enough to avoid that shit. How about that? Motherfuckers listen to like dudes who've been in prison for ages before they listen to someone who avoided the bullshit and is trying to come from an educational perspective.
Yeah.
Like, why in your mind you think it's wiser to believe the person who wasn't wise enough to avoid it in the first place? Yeah, I get that their perspective is unique and why it matters. I get that. But you're trying to make me seem like what I say and what I know don't mean shit. When I had the same problems.
Yeah.
We had the same fucking problems. There was a point where my mom thought she was going to have to fucking take me to one of them schools that come and snatch you in the night.
Oh,
motherfuckers that come and get you
with
and
the drill sergeant,
you come back trying to be a part of the Air Force or some shit.
Yeah,
like
I got threatened with that shit.
My mom threatened me with that shit.
Boarding school, whatever the fuck.
Yeah, they were trying to fucking send us away. You remember that shit? Over some bullshit too. Nothing like over, not even over the wildest shit we done that they never knew about. Over the bullshit, I'm like, damn, they could never find out about us.
About the other shit.
About the shit about that Warriors night in the Bronx. Had. They could never know about that. Like, bro, they could never know about certain things because our moms were trying to kick us out of school for fucking,
for what the surface level.
for they were trying to kick us out of our apartments, out of their homes because we cut school.
I had to stay at my sister's for a while.
I had to stay at your sister's for a while. You remember that?
Yeah.
Your sister's crib became our crib for a while.
Yeah, the haven, the safe haven.
Yeah, that shit was
like, yo, D, you mine's wildin', yo.
Yeah. That shit was a safe house for real, D. That shit was right 125th Street behind the federal building.
That shit felt like a zombie Resident Evil can't get you.
It felt like
the safe like the music come on.
Lights.
It was like relaxing and shit.
That's what it was, bro. That shit right behind the federal building on 125th.
Yeah.
Where Clinton worked. She lived right there in that building on the second floor. Man, listen, all that to say, what I'm saying is, the bullshit comes from that's all I know. I talk about this shit because I remember it growing up. A lot of it has come very close to home. A lot of that shit. A lot of the shit I haven't even touched on. Motherfucker, I could create a channel off the shit that happened back in the day with our families. A channel on that shit alone. I could do it. I really could.
Yeah.
Bro. People don't understand. It's like I'm talking about the experiences in these places. What I look like shouldn't fucking matter. Because when I look at somebody talking about what I know they're talking about, I'm like, oh shit. I don't give a fuck what they look like. Like, this shit don't even, like I said, I think to answer your question, yes, that's how I've carried myself throughout life. It's like, I don't care about that. Like, skin color and all that shit don't matter to me. On every front, it don't matter to me. Like, if you good at what you do, you good at what you do.
Content of character kind of thing.
Yeah, like, for me, that shit, like, it's even weird to answer. Like, it feels stupid. Because it's like, bro, I never knew that to be, growing up, you start learning all this stupid shit. And then you start seeing it now when you're in your 30s and 40s, and you're like, wait a second. This is that ignorant bullshit. The evolution of it. Oh, look at this white guy up here talking about XYZ. Like, shut the fuck up. Why the fuck, what are you talking about? You're in my comments. You know what I'm saying? That kind of shit is ignorant. I find that to be ignorant. And I take it personally because of how I grew up. Hearing the ignorant shit. Yo, you don't know if you black or white. Like, shut the fuck up. It taught you early on, like, yo, ignorance is going to exist. Don't be that person.
Yeah.
So when I see it now, it's a little bit like, yo, get the fuck out of here, bro. Makes you want to shit on people because it's so stupid. Like, yo, you think that shit is real? Like, you think you're going to fucking come over here and try to flip the script? Like, no, bro. You know.
And it's also like shitting on your experience.
Right.
It's like, yeah, anytime somebody shits on a real experience, you cannot, it's hard to judge someone because it's their experience.
Right.
It's like, bro, you can't talk about it. No, it's your fucking experience.
Right.
Like, people even if you talk about like the way shit was in the 90s, early 2000s, like everybody wants to think that we're living like today, you know? Mm-hmm. And it's like, no, all this shit is always, it's been around.
Like, I see it, bro. It existed. You could talk about ignorance and a failure of understanding is what I call that shit.
Yeah.
A failure of understanding. Like, you see a lot of people, like, when it comes to, September just passed, the whole 9/11 shit. People don't realize how different New York City was. They don't. They don't understand. It was a different landscape. It was different. I can't put my finger on every last reason why, but it really was different. Now, people will say shit like, oh, I find it funny that why did everybody have disposable cameras? Haha, I find this to be so staged. Like, bro, y'all are so stupid. Like, that type motherfuckers in the future seeing whatever catastrophes happen throughout our lifetime and being like, oh, okay, so everybody just had phones on them at the time with cameras?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. bullshit. Definitely,
and it really wasn't that many for how many people are downtown.
Right. It was a common
around.
thing.
There wasn't cell phones.
That was the
then,
best bang for your buck you could get for $15-$20 a pop. You get 12 or 16 exposures, whatever it was. Little Kodak snappy snap, boom boom.
Yeah.
You had the Kodaks.
We used to always have them. That's how we got mad pictures.
We got mad pictures from back then. We used to stay snapping them shits away. Yo, how many you got today? I got 2. Oh, I bought 1. Yo, we out. And we just take pictures all day and get them shits developed at Rite Aid. Come back with mad flicks. Yo, Pete. We still got mad at them. You see, like, I'm glad we did that. But that's how common it was. In an office setting where you have 110 stories of businesses and different lawyer firms and equity finance firms and all types of shit, it's always someone's fucking birthday. Like, you know how I know that? Because when I was a fucking ice cream delivery guy, I used to work for fucking Haagen-Dazs.
That's your real experience.
That's my fucking experience, bro. My homegirl hooked me up with a fucking job off the books at Haagen-Dazs. It's making like $500 a week. I thought I was Dame Dash in '99.
Don't talk to me.
Don't talk to me.
Don't talk to me unless you make your own money.
Don't talk to me. You're not your own. You're not your own boss. I used to really, like,
you have a boss.
my son got cookies. No, but yo, I used to fucking, always deliver cakes, ice cream cakes to these businesses every fucking day. And it would be the same as building or in the same block. And I'm like, fuck, like they're always celebrating. People are chipping in, like the whole office chips in like $5 a piece. And they get like these gigantic cakes for the whole office for lunchtime because everybody's, celebrating an anniversary of something or someone's retiring. Or so along with that comes, let's take photos. You didn't have cell phones back then. Everybody got a fucking handy cam. Not everybody got a Canon or some shit. You buy a snappy snap, disposable. Them shits were wild common. They're like lighters. Like every deli had them.
Yeah.
That's why.
There was a time I used to walk around like we were always caught with them.
We were always caught with them, always. We had pictures from random days in the park just doing nothing.
Yeah.
Like, it didn't even have to be an event. It was just nothing. So yeah, people having all these fucking cameras laying around in their desks and on offices, absolutely 100% believable. But ignorant motherfucker come and tell you that don't make sense.
Yeah.
And it's like, bro, like I have a problem with you thinking you know me through my video that I script and I write and I work hard on. And you think that you know me because of what you see on your screen. Like, bro, you don't know how I didn't grow up with the benefits you think I did. I grew up with motherfuckers trying to violate and motherfuckers trying to think they could talk to you crazy and motherfuckers being confused because not everybody knew what this shit was. So now you see a dude with a blank canvas looking like I'm dumb pale and you think that this is just how I grew up. Like, I don't know shit about colorism and shit. Like, yeah, I do. I know that shit from a whole different fucking standpoint because I've seen the ignorance. I have family that was ignorant about that shit. I had a cousin who started getting vitiligo when she was like 13. And she started fucking, she was like 11. And she didn't want that shit. She hated it. Like, she was like, no, I'm not getting, like, she didn't want to fucking believe for a second that she was getting vitiligo. That's how disgusted she was at the thought of looking like I looked. And she couldn't do shit about it. Like, it just came. It happened. She started getting it all over her arms. But you see what I'm saying? Like, this is a perspective that only people who have vitiligo can really tell you about. You know what I'm saying? People get the ignorance from everywhere. Like, everywhere. They get it from if there's ignorant people, it don't matter where they're from, they're going to behave ignorant or say some ignorant shit. People understand that, wearing skin, period. Like, you could be a black dude on the train and just have some bitch look at you stupid because of this color of your skin. That's the thing look at the country right now. We know this shit is real.
Yeah.
You understand? Motherfuckers is prejudiced like that. You know what I mean? Like, it exists. It's something that never went away. But when it comes to vitiligo, that shit is a unique because it puts you in a place where like nobody wants to fuck with you. Like, all the people who normally would choose one or the other are just in agreement. Like, yeah, that motherfucker look weird.
They both against you.
Like, you know what? We could agree.
That's how they overthrow the government.
Yeah.
They're like, yo, this motherfucker look weird.
This motherfucker look crazy.
Yeah, all right,
that's why when it says vitiligo is trash, that shit It's trash in a lot of ways motherfuckers don't understand. This is personal experience. It's not no, I don't care about, what people may think about it. It's what it is. Like, it already happened. Like, this shit could cause a lot of problems. And then, like, even when the shit's long gone, you think you're over that shit. And the shit's like, you still have motherfuckers talking about it. Like, the color of your skin somehow always comes back.
Yeah.
Like, the shit is very annoying. But, again, I'm wise enough to know motherfuckers is ignorant, so it is what it is. But, shit's definitely a game changer when you have that shit. It's very fucking hard to deal with. Or it could be, especially at a time when there were very few answers on,
But it's cool. You one of them motherfuckers, growing a network.
Mm-hmm.
You had it.
Yeah.
You dealt with that.
Mm-hmm.
And you're still,
Yeah.
You're still becoming popular for what you do. That's fucking cool.
Yeah. I'm grateful, man. I'm thankful. It's just,
those are the things we overcome. All the bullshit. It's like what makes character,
Right.
You need somebody who's had that experience. That
True.
comes from where you come from.
Right.
To be able to speak about it. And nobody could tell you what it is unless they had it. And they've dealt with the same upbringings and nature and nurture and shit. And this is... It's a very poignant story to tell.
Right.
And
even sometimes curiosity is just something people are curious to know what's going on. But again, you see every angle of it when you have something like that because it's a rare thing. Like what's something else like albino? Like white eyebrows, white beard, white hair, white skin, like. That's something that when it gets people's attention because they see that and they're like, whoa, like you don't normally see that all the time. So like albino, people who have like, or I don't know if there's another term for it.
I don't know
Right.
I'm sure, I think there's like a medical.
Right. I always thought, because I had like, with me, it was vitiligo and then I was albino. I always thought that was the full term. I'm not sure. But, like they have the similar experience. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit it's hard to deal with. Living in the sun, summertime is when everything's popping, and you got to be like on some real medical shit, like fucking applying sunblock every few. That shit affects you in a lot of ways. You end up wanting to just avoid all that shit sometimes. That was my experience. That shit is tight. That shit is adds another layer of like your fun, like what you're gonna do. Like
you gotta pay attention to it.
Yeah, like I don't know how many times where I've been like, yo, boat day, GFE. Oh, is there a canopy? Like that shit's something most people don't gotta worry about. Most of our white friends are gonna get burned and then they're gonna tan up a little. Me, I'm going to the hospital. So these are factors that really play into it. And then like the Latino dudes on the trip, they just absorb sun and they get golden and shit. They be putting suntan lotion on. Like it looks.
You got the umbrella.
Yeah, it looks easy to deal with from like an outside perspective. Like, but it's really annoying sometimes, man. That shit is. Now at this age, I've learned to kind of just chill with it.
Yeah. But you got a routine, obviously.
Yeah.
You got to pay attention. So.
Yeah.
That's an interesting perspective, my friend.
Yeah, man.
So.
Vitiligo is trash.
Yeah. Don't be trash.
Don't be trash to people.
Yeah, don't make things trash, That's the
Yeah. Shout out my peoples with vitiligo. I know the struggle. Took me a long time to to conquer it, you know what I mean? But hey.
Amen. God bless. That's the fucking episode.
That's the way the cookie crumbles.
That's the way the cookie crumbles, man. Absolutely. All right, we'll see y'all next week, man. This was a good combo. It was a good combo, man.
Yeah, it was.
People need to hear these things, like I said. So
yeah, man. It's just I'm sure a lot of people share the frustration or like, just don't be ignorant.
Yeah,
that's it. It's not hard not to be ignorant, man. You know what I mean? Like, shit. I've never seen a little kid with that and said, "Oh, what the fuck," Like,
in 2025, if you being a fucking ignorant asshole, you're just a fucking piece of shit.
Yeah,
and that's that.
Straight up.
Peace.